What it's going to be about is whether Mashel Academy is worth buying or not. So you see, Mashel Academy has opened its wave 2, and you can go ahead and purchase it for 1,000 Robux or $20. It's $20 if you go ahead and go into the server and buy the subscription, the gold coin, which I think gives you tester too. Lets you get access to the CC chat and the tester chat, and you also get waived. And then you can also buy wave 2 with 1,000 Robux if you have that on you. Wave 2, it's pretty good. You still get like a couple codes. You get 12 rerolls. You can use to reroll your magic or your race or your clan too, which is another thing that is important, I guess. Not as important as the other ones though. Mashel Academy right now, there was a lot of drama that happened tonight, but as you can see, I did get access to the game. I did end up being able to play. Right now, they're rolling people manually. So if you buy wave 2 right now, you're gonna have to wait probably to tomorrow, or maybe even after tomorrow, maybe a while. I'm not gonna lie to you, you're gonna have to be a little active in the server so you can go ahead and make that ticket and get rolled so you can play the game. Another thing about getting wave 2 or with tester right now, you can go ahead and when you go ahead and get tester or waived, you get to play the game for the rest of the time, basically until release. So there's going to be a period where you can't play, and testers are playing. This is it basically. You get to play until the game comes out, and you get to keep all your progression when the game comes out, and you get to keep everything. You get to enjoy the game, get a feel for it, get to make content about it before everyone else. So if that's what you're interested in, I would definitely go ahead and get tester, or wave 2. Another thing about this game, and I'm gonna go ahead and just describe it to you now. This game is a bit like Deepoken or Type Soul. Now the progression isn't as linear and boring, I'm gonna say. Like, I know Deepoken fans are gonna say something about that, but the progression is these main quests that you get, kind of like any other game like Genshin or whatsoever, any RPG game, you'd get like main quests and side quests. You can also even skip quests as well, which I wouldn't suggest doing because you get to lose on rewards and XP. This game also has a faction system. When you first start the game and you finish the tutorial, you get to go into this faction system, and each faction has its own own kind of like rivalry, because there is like events that happen, and you have to choose in between like wars, basically, like the race wars they'll have in KT. You basically have to kill each other and get rewards and whatsoever. And there's also times where like you have to kill an opposite faction member for a quest. And there's also times when there is like, what's it called, events that happen around the map, and other faction members might target you for the loot, or just because they want to have less people participate in the events so they can collect the loot. There's already ganking in the game, by the way, if you're wondering about that. So yeah, this game's gonna definitely have like some type of Type Soul vibe to it when it comes to combat. The combat's really immersive though, unlike Type Souls. As you can see, you can change out all of these things. There's different passives, there's different weapons. There's a gun, there's a sword, there's a gauntlet, there's what's the other one? A shield. They all have different moves, different crits. You can also craft them and get schematics for them. They're more advanced, that you have to get the materials for them in events like the scavenger event that you just seen pop up. There's also these titles that you get from specific things and utility moves for that you get for your broom, so you can do broom combat. Another thing on top of that, certain weapons like the wand are more centralized around magic power and mana. And magic is genuinely a bit on the more chill side, I'd say. Like there's only 3 moves that you get, but once you progress far enough, you get like this second phase for the magic, which is a bit of like an awakening. There's also, you see these boosts that you get right here from completing quests. This will carry out onto your character permanently. On top of that, you can change your faction or a bit things about your character. But to change like your attribute that you choose for your character, like evolution or luck, you have to completely wipe your character. There's no way of changing that. Another thing about wiping, there's a bit of a confusion when it comes to wiping to this game. So you don't wipe. You don't lose your character like you would in, Type Sword Debugging. You actually, when you get to a certain point where you die from NPCs or players, your reputation system starts going down. And once it gets to the red, you go to detention. In detention, you have to fight against Mashel, and if you lose against Mashel, your story progress gets resetted, and your progression with like weapons or magic, like your what's it called, mastery progression, all of that gets resetted as well. You basically start your character from the base, but you get to keep your magic and your race and whatsoever about you, like your hair color and stuff like that. Other than that, there is no really like real wiping to the game. And another thing to mention, this game has a pretty huge map. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me show you. This game has a pretty big map, as you can see. This is the size of the map at the moment. You're only going to start off with having this side of the map discovered. Throughout your main quest, you're going to discover the desert over here and then the tundra over here. There's waypoints and stuff like that you will unlock later on with that. This game is very strict against combat, though. What I mean by that is you can't combat log, you can't lose combat. You do eventually, as an endgame player, you're going to get all your progress restarted, which is something that you're not going to want to happen to you, but it is something that's going to happen and be a problem across the time, because there is main quests. I don't have it at the moment, but there is main quests that specifically tell you to kill other members of another faction that are as progressed as you, or they even have bounty systems where you can go ahead and claim bounties on people. And it also has a server list like Type Soul does, all sorted by regions, by age, and by players, which makes this more interesting because sometimes you want to be in shorter servers, sometimes you want to be in bigger servers, sometimes you want to join servers in different regions. Well, you have the options to do that. And yeah, that's what you got to know about Mashel Academy at the moment. I am going to release a video later on when I finish the game and I'm at endgame content. And I will tell you if I changed my opinion about the game. For me, the game is worth paying the $10 or $20, especially since there's nothing to play right now on the Roblox platform. I know there is the new Anime Vanguards update that's going to come out and the Bizarre Lineage update that's going to come out, but this game is definitely much different from those two games. And this game shows a whole different plane of quality when it comes to Roblox games in the recent ages. I think this game, with a bit more tuning and a bit more content, can definitely be one of the top Roblox games out, along with VV Ultimatum. So yeah, if you're looking for a game to play that's like PvP based and also has a lot of progression that you can go through and spend the next 20-30 hours on, go ahead and buy Mashel Academy.